Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Goldfish Boys. I'm Seth,
I'm Sam.
I'm Elijah.
and this is Goldfish.
Boys.
We're never gonna get that.
Debate corner, Seth.
Here we
You
go.
excited for this one?
First ever time doing Debate Corner on Goldfish Boys.
Oh,
We joke about our different corners in the pod.
yeah.
Today we're doing Debate Corner 4, movies on the plane. Yes or no? Let's get into it.
Oh, just dig right into it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
Sam, talk about what you think about this subject.
Yes, depends on the movie. Honestly, only comedies on a plane, pretty much.
Only comedies on a plane?
Oh.
I feel like you can't watch anything else. What else would you watch?
Only comedies on a plane. No cheap action movies for you?
No animated films? Maybe.
Like,
We did a How to Train Your Dragon on the plane. That was
Yeah, we did.
That was good.
In Ireland, we did.
Yeah.
I don't know. How to Train Your Dragon is such a good movie. Like, I don't know if I want
I
to
think
watch
if anything, if you're only watching comedies on the plane, you're bringing a disturbance to the rest of the passengers.
Why? I'm
For real.
just.
You're
I'm-
cracking up in the corner while
Yeah, I'm
while
hollering.
21B is trying to go to sleep.
21B. 21B.
Little side story. Elijah, you want to get into that? You want to get into 21B lore?
I think you tell it better than I do.
Okay. That's true because in the middle of telling a story, you're forgetting it.
Yeah.
You're asking the
I'm
audience what the
forgetting
story
everything in this story.
All right, so we're what was it? It was me, you, and Emily sitting in a row on a plane waiting for the
Friend
plane
of
to
the
take off.
pod.
In front of the
Berry.
pod, Emily.
Yeah.
Shout out Emily Berry. And I'm sitting there. I'm chowing down on my food. Do you remember what we got?
Dude, no, but I know it tasted bad.
Really?
On the plane?
No. We got some food before we got on the plane.
Oh, no, I don't remember.
Do you remember we looked over at Richard and he had a huge Philly steak?
Yeah, I do remember
Yes,
that.
that
I
was
do
that
remember
flight.
Oh, okay, then I think we got like Chick-fil-A.
No,
Does
we
that sound
did
right?
not. No. We got a restaurant. We got like restaurant food.
Oh, no, I know what it is. TGI Fridays.
Was that
I'm
it?
serious. I'm serious. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm chowing down and I'm enjoying. And I look up and Elijah's texting someone on the screen. Like everyone else in the rows, they're looking for what movie to watch. They're looking for what album to listen to or whatever.
Or,
right?
or they're just asleep.
Yeah, they're just asleep. I turn over and this guy's using the tiny like touch controller texting another passenger because apparently someone
that.
thought it was
You
a
can
good
do that.
idea that you could text other passengers. So he's over here risen up 21B.
21B, bro. And the plane was huge. There
Yeah.
were so many people on it. I remember at one point, so like didn't she speak a different language or she was from somewhere else? So
Yeah.
I was trying to learn about her culture. And at one point she like asked for my Instagram.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. We never determined, did we?
It was a they. I remember, was it an old person?
It was
We
an
just
old
saw,
person.
like,
I do
a
remember
white,
that.
old-
Yeah.
Yeah.
At one point, they asked for my Instagram, and I gave him Richard's
Yeah.
Instagram. Friend of the pod,
Yeah.
Richard.
Yeah, that was my idea. You're welcome, Richard. I like how Richard's Instagram is just floating in the
It's
on the
just out
airplane
there.
servers.
I can't believe you're allowed to do that.
I know. It's crazy that they have that feature, but I kind of like it.
Like, I just text someone, like, stop.
I guess
moving,
it's for
you know?
like whoever doesn't have Wi-Fi, but they like know the other person that's sitting away from them. I guess.
Or just trying to make friends.
but it was like a group chat.
Dude, yeah, it was so weird.
So it's like now there are parents out there that are worried about their kids getting catfished not only on social media but on the airplane group chat.
It was so bad, too, because, okay, you know how whenever you normally text, there's like a keyboard on the
Yeah,
screen?
a little touchpad keyboard.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you had to text on the screen, on the movie screen. you had to text like on a keyboard, but the keyboard was like really slow.
Oh, like laggy. It was
Yeah.
very not responsive.
Yeah, because
okay.
it's a
It's
a plain TV. It's just to watch
There's like
movies
a
on.
thick pane of plastic
Exactly,
between the
exactly.
screen and
Yeah.
Yeah, the plastic is like an inch thick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause
you're
so
you're
hard.
cheating on Eve on the airplane
Oh, whoa.
servers, sliding
Bold
into 21
accusation.
DMs.
Guilty, proven. Wait, how does that go?
Innocent till
Innocent till
proven
proven
guilty.
guilty, bro. I will say though, like on this topic, there's no worse feeling. Like I experienced this recently. I went to viewers might remember I went to Hawaii, and there was a plane from here to Houston that we got on the plane. Me and my girlfriend, and we look around and we're like, oh, this is gonna be a nice trip. It's empty plane. There's only like 20 to 30 people on it. Small trip. We look around. There's blankets, pillows, and then we look at the seats. No screens. There's no worse
Dang.
feeling than like no screen, especially if it's gonna be a long flight. Luckily, this was not long.
It was like
to
hour.
Houston or
no,
something.
No, not even an hour. It was like,
yeah,
yeah.
like, but I really like when there's good screens on the plane. You know,
Yeah, I'm trying to get an IMAX screen on the plane.
that'd be nice.
Okay, so we're here at Debate Corner talking movies on the plane. What are your general thoughts on that?
I'm a more okay. I don't think that movies on a plane is optimal.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's like, okay, one, it depends on the quality of a movie. So I think that any like remotely good movie, you should save it for the cinema or for the home big screen.
It's not ideal for first time watches of
Like good
movies that
films.
require like a technical level.
Agreed. The other thing that I hate about movies on the plane is that sometimes they edit it to appeal, like to be allowed to play on the plane, if that makes sense. The other thing is that it's really awkward when like you look over and somebody's watching like a makeout scene or like
Dude, I got a
stuff
story
like
about that.
Yeah, tell me.
I don't remember if it was Ireland. I think it was my Europe trip last year.
Uh-huh.
I brought my iPad with me
Uh-huh.
because like you could download movies on your iPad, right,
Yeah.
to watch movies. So I had a bunch of movies downloaded that were like on my watch list, and I didn't think about the contents of the movies. I was just like, oh,
Yeah.
these are on my watch list. So I started this movie called Closer, right?
Okay. Who
And,
directed that one?
I don't remember, but Natalie Portman plays a stripper,
Okay.
or like eventually, like in the movie, she strips.
And you put that on the plane?
Well, I wasn't thinking about it, but
Yeah.
then I was also in an aisle seat, and all of a sudden she's like showing her stuff to this dude, and I'm like, this is weird, man. Like,
It's so awkward.
I could feel like the lady walking by me, and just by like the rhythm of her steps, she like
Yeah.
takes a beat,
Yeah.
and I'm just like in my headphones, I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry.
At least some of them have like those shields.
Yeah, the
where,
little
where, like,
privacy screens.
yeah, like the person next to you can't see, but it's still like it's just like so awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when Richard was he
Yeah.
was watching Do the Right Thing in the movie.
Yeah.
The movie's got some stuff in
Some
there.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think more times than not, like any good film, you shouldn't watch it. So like viewers, don't be watching like Oppenheimer or something
Yeah,
on the plane.
I'm not putting Parasite on the plane.
It's not meant for the plane. Okay.
Sam, what are your general thoughts on it?
Yeah, I wouldn't put anything quality or that like I'm saving to watch on the plane. Like in my watch list, I'd
Yeah.
probably just put on something I've seen before, something that doesn't require a lot of attention to detail.
Yeah.
Right, because I'm watching it on a screen like
Yeah.
that big.
If there's a clear like technical level that the movie is reaching, I think it's obvious that you shouldn't watch it like on an
Yeah.
airplane screen, and it's not just like the airplane screen, but it's like don't watch it on your iPhone or like watching
Yeah.
on a small screen because it's just not optimal anyway.
Sure.
Yeah.
Have y'all, dude? Like, I'm blown away by how many movies these planes have. do you like? Okay, like the list just keeps on going, and then it seems like each year that I mean, I've only been like flying for like 4 or 5 years, but each year they get more and they get more new ones. Like
Yeah.
Like
anything
recent
like
ones?
that, you could like. Let's say it came out like 3 months ago at the theater. You could like go on a plane right now. And watch it. Like it's insane.
It's like, oh, I missed this movie in theaters.
Yeah.
Let me get
Like,
a flight.
how did they get the licenses for these like so fast? It's just like
I think 21
insane.
B's
I
making
haven't
some
seen the
deals.
selection. Like I don't go on planes that much, so I.
When was the last time you were on a flight, Sam?
High school?
High school. Okay.
Yeah.
Not too long ago.
The other thing is that I always like think I'm gonna watch like a movie on a plane, especially if it's like an animated film or some like dumb comedy, and then I always like fall asleep.
By
and then
animated
I
film,
never
do you
watch
mean like
anything.
a cartoon, or like do you mean like a cartoon?
No, like Moana. or,
Oh,
like,
okay.
Toy
yeah.
Story, like that. Yeah.
I think that like the thing is like you know how you're saying with the distraught that you felt when there wasn't
Yeah.
like when there weren't screens on the airplane. It's like obviously you want there to be screens there because like movies are like our go-to way of entertainment.
Yeah.
And it's like striking the balance of that versus also like it not being an optimal experience at all. So whenever I'm choosing movies, I feel the same way as y'all of like there's a specific type of movie that's good for watching the plane and a specific kind of movie that you just don't watch on the
One
plane.
thing is like but if you're traveling, you know you're gonna be on a plane. When you bring your own like iPad rather
I
than
mean, that's what I did. That's why I
Yeah.
was watching Natalie Portman stripping in front of the
Oftentimes the
Flight
barrier with
dependent.
that is the Wi-Fi because most streaming services don't allow you to download stuff. I know some do, like
Some do,
Netflix
yeah.
or something. But
I don't remember one that doesn't allow you to download
Really?
stuff. Yeah. Which one hasn't?
I've
I
just
get-
never tried it. But
I think
I
I
know-
pay for the like lower ones that don't allow you to. Like
Okay.
Hulu, I just have like the entry level plan. You can't download like one thing.
Oh,
on YouTube.
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I think like the barrier for me whenever I bring like my iPad is the Wi-Fi because, you know, but a lot of them have like the airline app has a thing that you can connect to Wi-Fi to watch like
But
their
it's like
films.
terrible. Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. And then also I find it weird. I mean, moving away from the movie thing, I find it weird that you can get like albums on the
Yeah, on the plane and just,
on the plane screen,
and-
like on most airlines, like United at least, you can like look for albums, and they have albums that I guess they have rights to that you can like listen to.
Yeah, I
on
don't
the
know how they
plane.
get these, but
It's interesting.
Dang. Wait, I had another topic. It was oh yeah. You're watching the movie.
Hmm.
You're not gonna react like how you normally do.
Of course not. Great point, Sam.
So you're just gonna be
yeah, you're stone cold because you can't have the full expression that you want.
yeah.
Yeah, not like at the Goldfish Wiz screenings where we're just talking the whole movie.
Yeah,
and
talking.
cracking up.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
when Oppenheimer goes boom boom, like you're not gonna be like, whoa. You're just gonna be stone cold.
What do you give Oppenheimer?
What's up?
What do you give Oppenheimer?
Oh, 10.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
It goes boom boom.
Oppenheimer's great. But yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna pull up some movies that were released
Mm-hmm.
from 2020. So I think we should talk about if we would watch in the airplane or not.
Okay.
Okay, The Batman, 2022.
The Batman. Yeah.
Pattinson, you would?
Yeah.
Elijah?
No,
No, why not?
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Also,
It is beautiful.
I don't. Okay, the darkness of it.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get that on.
It would
on
not
the
look good
plane.
on the screen. I do agree with that. But I feel like since I've seen it, I already know what's going on.
Yeah,
So,
I agree with you there, but I think it's just like I would like firing it up on the plane, but I just feel disrespectful to Greg Fraser who shot the movie.
Sure.
I'm like I'm watching your movie on the screen,
Yeah.
like, not the way you
It is,
intended it at
yeah.
all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what about something like Wicked?
Ooh. Okay.
Sam, you haven't seen it, right?
No.
Would you fire it up?
No. Yeah.
Why not?
If I had looking at the back of someone's chair and Wicked, I'd look at the back of someone's chair.
Why?
Wicked just does not seem appealing to me.
Oh, okay. So bro just hates Wicked.
You're like, it's not the plane.
It's not the plane. It's just bro doesn't like Wicked.
Would you fire that up?
Okay. Since I've seen it, yes. If
Yeah.
I hadn't seen it, no.
Okay.
It's too grand of a movie if I hadn't seen it to like.
Yeah, you wouldn't fire it up for first time?
No.
What about
like that? you are not getting that full effect at
Sam?
the end there.
What is
Can
that?
you
From,
give
is
us
that from
your-
Wicked?
yeah, give us
I-
your
I have
Define
no idea
Gravity
what
Run.
this movie's about. It just does not look appealing.
Go ahead, sing it.
That's as much as I know about the movie now. That's my furthest knowledge of the movie.
I think we should add that as one of the soundboard sounds.
I like that. I like that.
Like all the other ones have a purpose, like spoiler alert, Talladega Nights, score of the movie, and then we have. All right, Sam. I don't think you've heard of this movie, but Elijah, I know you love this one. Are you firing up Anatomy of a Fall?
Woo!
Firing up what?
Anatomy of a Fall.
No, I'm not. No.
First time watch?
Even though like visually, it's not like
It's not
crazy,
demanding,
right?
yeah.
That's like too good of a movie to like play on a plane. I just don't think it's. You have to be so involved and paying attention. I don't think that's one that I would fire up.
All right, so that's a good point there. Let's move into Sam. What are your okay? Let's say we're going on a flight trip like next week.
Yeah, for like a few hours.
What are your go-to
Movies.
watch list for the movies you're gonna watch?
Wolf of Wall Street.
That's a terrible pick.
Why?
You're gonna have like all those Margot Robbie scenes of her
Oh
like
no!
fully nude in front of
You watched
everybody?
I don't even know. You watched a stripper. I'm like, so
She was not fully nude, and it wasn't multiple times.
It depends what kind of seat do I get.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Interesting
Oh,
point.
yeah,
Okay,
that's-
so depending
yeah.
on the
do you think that watching a movie in first class makes it better? Okay, dude, have y'all seen the screens in first class? Dude, they're like TVs. They're full screens.
It's bigger than the TV we got over there.
It's as big as that chalkboard right there.
They got IMAX in the
So
first
Those ones
class.
are
I just have
huge.
Wolf of Wall Street on a plane on a giant TV screen.
So first, Wolf of Wall Street is your first overall pick in the airplane.
That's crazy.
That's just what I want to watch right now. So I'd be like,
That is
yeah,
a hot
I'd put
take.
that on a plane.
What's the last movie on a plane that you watched?
I mean, it had to be with because we didn't watch a movie at the Pittsburgh trip. We listened to Chromacopia.
Yeah,
So that it had to be. I think was it School of Rock the last one that we watched,
in Ireland. Or
Yeah, 'cause
on
we
the
watched
way
it
back?
together.
Yeah,
right?
really. That was the last one.
I think so.
Okay,
Right?
that's a great watch. Like
Yeah.
that's like an optimal plane watch.
Yeah.
It's like fun. It's a good movie, but it's
light.
not like it's not visually demanding.
Yeah.
What's the last new movie that you saw on a plane?
I never watch new movies
Okay.
on the plane. Yeah. Absolutely
It's
not.
not going to ruin his experience.
No.
And Sam, you said that you hadn't flown before,
No, I've flown before twice.
okay, but you didn't watch movies.
No.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
but like if I had the choice,
Wolf of Wall Street as your pick for airplane movie is crazy, Sam.
The last one that I watched was Moana 2.
Uh-huh.
And that was a first. Oh, sorry, Moana 1 because I was on the way to Hawaii.
Uh-huh.
That
Oh,
was a good watch because it's animated, it's short, it's fun, and I
Yeah.
thought I should see it. Like I didn't mind watching.
I think the
that one.
criteria is like we keep talking about image and the small size of the screen, but I think an even bigger thing is sound. Like in the background,
true.
even if you got the earbuds in, all you're hearing is like the
That's so real.
of the plane. So it's like if it's a movie that has demanding sound as well,
Yeah.
it's like it's being completely ruined
Plus,
by
like it's gonna be like the
plane.
crappy
airplane earbuds.
that like you get like a little bit of wax in your ear and it like falls out because it's so crappy.
You know what would
Yeah.
be, I think, a good watch? Audio-wise, No Country for Old Men. There's no score.
I mean, that is true, but I think that movie's also just too good to be on a plane.
Wait, is there no dialogue in that?
In
No, there's
Country for Old Men-
dialogue.
There's dialogue,
but
but it's,
no score.
it's notorious for having like pretty much no score.
So okay. So then what is there like in the background?
It's just the sound of them doing stuff.
Okay.
There are
Like-
other sounds than
like-
than
There is
music.
sound. So it's not a
It's
silent
this,
song.
right? Then
Yeah.
and then it's just that.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking, I mean, this is a major side
They're
tangent,
gunshots.
But is there any like mainstream silent films to come out recently? Do
Yes.
those still exist?
There was.
What was
I
it?
don't remember if that was a silent film. Let me look it up. You got one?
The
Sam?
one with John Krasinski. The
Oh, The
Quiet
Office?
Please.
Yeah, there you go.
Quiet Please.
Does that count?
Okay, that I
That does not
guarantee you
count.
that's not a silent film.
like I don't know what you mean by silent. Like
a silent film as in there's no sound.
Like,
the whole
at all.
movie. At all.
then no, I don't think I've seen a recent one like that.
I know those used to be popular in like the 40s, 50s.
I don't think they had an option.
70s, the 80s, maybe the 90s.
It was
possibly.
popular because that's all they had.
No, they just didn't know what sound was back then.
Back in 2011, the movie The Artist, which won Best Picture, was a silent film.
No way.
Yeah.
I think I've heard of that.
Mhm. That's this one right here. The Artist.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Controversial
I'm
Best Picture win because
Who directed that?
I don't remember, but notably, no one talks about the movie anymore. So,
How come?
Well, I just didn't have much of a.
It's because they all watched it on the
Didn't
plane. they all forgot about it.
All of the Academy watched it on a plane.
If it's silent, okay, but I'm sure visually
No,
it's very appealing.
I think if it's silent, the fact that it's like going
Yeah,
means that it's
that's even
ruining the
worse.
silence.
That's even worse.
I guess he wants something to drown that out.
Because there's a drama in
Yeah.
a lack of sound. So if it's like a scene of like some lady crying, all you're just, "Wah, would you like a soda with that?" Like what? It's terrible.
Bro,
that
okay.
literally amplifies the sound. I don't know what. Jello.
Okay, I'm about to go off on the planes right now, right? I hate it when the people with the carts. What do you call those?
The attendants?
flight attendants.
The flight
Yeah.
attendants.
Yeah.
I hate it when they come through with the carts. They're so loud. They turn on the lights.
I'm trying to watch The Artist here.
I'm like deep asleep, and they like turn on all the lights, and then they're like, "Water. What do you want? Apple juice? No, I don't want apple juice. I'm trying to
You
sleep."
clearly haven't mastered the eye contact communication.
Oh, yeah?
Because they'll just look and they'll be like, and they know I want water.
I know. Okay, dude. Speaking of the plane, the last time I was on the plane back from Hawaii, it was dude, my stomach. I must have eaten like too much goldfish. At one point, I literally just walked laps around the plane because I felt so bad. Like my stomach hurt so.
But it was an empty plane, or was this
No.
not the?
Oh,
Oh, is
this was a full plane.
So that's why
From-
you were
from-
like, you sat down and you're like, man, my stomach hurts. I gotta fire up Moana to fix this.
No, this was from Hawaii to Denver, and I felt bad because I was in a middle seat, so I had to ask the girl next to me to keep on getting up. She was like a teenager, and she was like so over. I had to wake her up at least 4 times, and I
You
felt
ruined her
so
flight.
bad. At one point, I walked around and I looked for empty seats because I was like, I'm gonna move all my stuff so that way I don't bother this girl.
But everyone
again.
was too locked in watching Wolf of Wall Street. so-
Probably, yeah. And then Eve was like asleep. She didn't even notice I got up. I could have got off the plane and she would have
Yeah,
noticed.
right on. What's the one movie you'd pick, Elijah?
What's up?
Yeah,
What's one
off the
movie you
dome. What are
pick?
your go-to?
For a movie?
I think we should all lock in the top 3 by the end of the
Sure.
time. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay, School of Rock.
Well,
Or-
we watched that. I mean, just
you're
like
saying that we
off-
have-
like let's say like we're going on a flight. Like you had to lock in 3 movies you're planning to watch on the plane.
Okay. And have I seen them before or no?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Okay.
You could just pick any movie.
Okay. I would like to hit. Okay, so I'm gonna throw like a Monsters Inc. in there.
Okay.
Because those are some movies that I've been wanting to like see.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait.
And yeah, I haven't seen very much Pixar.
Okay.
Sounds just about
I
it.
need to hit up
About to hurt
Monsters
you.
Inc. Right. I want to hit up
Better-
like a fun comedy like Dodgeball. Okay, so 1 I'm going Monsters Inc.
Okay.
2 I'm going Dodgeball, and then 3 I'm gonna go like a crappy musical. So I'm gonna do like Encanto.
Yeah, so none
Don't
of
come
those
at
are
me.
like
Musical fans.
important big
Encanto
films.
heads out there.
Yeah. So that's my top 3, Sam.
Okay.
Sam, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, 3 off the dome right now.
Super bad.
Dude, that's a great pull.
That's a great pull.
Super bad. Dang, you list them way faster than I do. I'll pick Wolf of Wall Street again.
Okay, Superbad Wolf.
Yeah,
Damn.
my mind is something special. when I die, scientists are gonna study me.
they're gonna. Anyways, Wall-E.
Ooh, great one.
Yeah.
That's a good pull. I think y'all are forgetting one factor though. I feel like also runtime is a big factor for me. Like,
You want a short?
I don't think short. I think like if it's a really long flight, like if
Uh-huh.
it's a 16-hour flight, I want it to go by. So
Really?
I could just sit there and fire up like a long movie.
Dude, I disagree.
Yeah?
I totally disagree.
Yeah?
Like,
Why?
On a plane, I've noticed whenever I'm watching a movie,
Yeah.
I'd be like checking the time.
Oh,
of
you
how
like
much
your
is left because I don't know. It's a plane. I feel like trapped. I don't feel like
Get me out of here.
like the pacing on a plane feels so much longer.
What?
To me it does. What?
Because here's my thing. Because if you're on a super long flight, if you're picking longer, or if you're picking multiple movies anyway,
Yeah.
like I might as well pick
Sure.
some longer ones. But I'm not picking Wolf.
I agree with but there's like it's hard to find long movies like that you want to
Yeah.
watch.
Yeah, because most longer movies are more dramatic and
How long is
you want
Wolf?
something light.
Like
Wolf is 3 hours.
3 hours? Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
long movie. Mhm.
Okay,
But I'm not
Wolf
firing
is
up
a
Wolf.
terrible one to watch on.
No,
a
it's
plane.
great.
It's a great movie, but not what to watch in the plane.
I'd
It's a
be,
bit awkward, eh, Sam?
No, I'd be laughing the whole time and ruining everybody else's flight.
Sam is having a jolly good time on that flight.
Okay, so one you said
Super bad.
Super Bad, then Wall-E, or so then Wolf of Wall Street, and then 3 will Wall-E.
None of those are like in a direct order.
Okay,
But
okay, top 3.
you
Then.
know, like Wall-E's interchangeable for Ratatouille.
Ratatouille.
Ratatouille,
Okay,
yeah.
That's a
okay.
good pull, Sam.
All right, Seth.
Okay, I was trying to think while y'all were listing those. One that came to my mind, since the last pod that we did was the most anticipated is 2025, in honor of Now You See Me 3. I think
Oh.
the first overall pick. Now You See Me 1
That's
for
great.
me.
But I'm gonna have to disagree because that's peak cinema, and you can't watch peak cinema on a plane.
That
We
to me is
talked about
perfect because
this.
I've seen it a lot of times.
Yeah.
It's light, quick on its feet. It's fun. It's easy. I don't mind pausing it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind about the visual or auditory aspect of it.
Yeah.
It's just a fun, quick movie.
That's a great pull.
Yeah, and nothing like obnoxious in it. It's just like I don't mind if someone's peeking over my shoulder watching
Yeah.
it. Man, that's tough for the next two. I think another pull is like, this is kind of cheating, but I think a sitcom is also perfect for
Like,
Okay.
yeah, Seinfeld or whatever.
Do most
yeah.
planes have TV shows?
I'm not sure, but
I feel like some do.
I think like I could totally see myself just binging The Office on a
Totally.
plane,
Totally.
or like Parks or something like that.
Great point.
Yeah,
Sitcoms TV would be good.
yeah,
They're short, light, and easy.
yeah. And then I guess
Those
for
go
a
by
light one,
quick,
go ahead.
Yeah.
They do, but I mean, like The Office, I'm not gonna run out of content for that one.
Realistically, if you fly to Ireland again, you could watch like a whole season of The Office.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
I don't know.
For Ghana this winter, we'll do that.
Yeah, for Ghana, yeah.
Man, Superbad was a good pull, Sam.
Great pull.
Man, this is rough for the last pick. I think I just gotta throw it out there. Ironically, the one that's coming to my head, not because of it being optimal for the plane, but just because I love it, is like something like Mad Max Fury Road, even
Okay.
though it's like the most visually
Yeah,
demanding
that is,
movie.
That is.
I'd fire up something like that, or like the other way around is I'd love firing up the Social Network.
The Social
Okay.
Network? Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Because that one's like, it's high quality.
Mark!
Yeah. But that one's also like light, and I've seen it a million
Yeah.
times. So I think I'd go like Now You See Me,
Mhm.
and then we could go like The Office, and then The Social Network is probably
I
good
like
for
that.
Yeah.
Great list.
How long was
stuff.
The Big Short?
The Big Short?
Yeah.
1 hour 43, I think.
Dang.
Something like that. I don't know. I was weirdly specific.
Yeah. Did you know that the director that did The Big Short, but like pre The Big Short, is my favorite director.
He's your favorite director?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to
Free
say
The Big
it.
Short.
We gotta
I'm
add
okay.
him to the Go Fish Boys Hall of Fame.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
an
for
inductee.
sure.
First ballot.
But free Big Short though.
Free the Big Short.
Adam McKay. Great list, guys. That was good.
Would you do the Fire Up the Hangover on a
Oh
flight?
yeah. Fun movie.
Never heard of that one.
I feel like another one. You've never heard of The Hangover?
Oh come on.
I heard The Fire Over the Hangover.
No, The Hangover.
Yeah,
With
okay.
Chow.
Yeah.
I think another one, a good pull is like
Shang Li was in that one.
John Wick.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Some
Fun.
like action.
No, actually, I think watching all four would be gas on a plane.
That would be gas.
Yeah.
Yeah, just back to back to back to back to
Yeah.
back.
And of course, the Godfather trilogy.
Oh yeah. So
the
long
worst.
long story short, viewers, do not watch good cinema on the plane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I guess
I think that's one thing we could agree on. Yeah.
Yeah. Any closing thoughts?
I mean, I feel like this wasn't that big of a debate.
No.
Yeah. This deterred me from planes, so I'll be driving everywhere now.
Plane pod debate corner.
Plane pod. I love it.
We got Saeed is gonna like this one.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
Saeed. Could add that to the soundboard.
yeah, you should. You should.
Shout out Saeed, friend of the pod.
Friend of the
You think he
pod.
knows like what kind of screens are on what kind of planes?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, dude, probably.
Right?
You think so? I think this is his last concern.
No. He knows everything about every plane. Friend of the pod, Laron Gunler. He knows everything you can know about planes.
Plane pounder.
He'll whenever you tell him that you're going somewhere on a trip, he'll like find your plane and send you a screenshot. It's really creepy.
And he'll be like, "Man, this plane sucks." Don't you know?
Yeah, he'll know like the issues with the plane and stuff. So I feel like he knows a thing or two about. We should have had him on for this. I'm sure he'd
We
have
should-
strong opinions.
He's gonna be like, "Why'd y'all leave me out of the Goldfish Boys plane pod?" All right. Well, that was the first ever episode of a debate corner
Yeah.
on the Goldfish Boys. Let us know what you think and what movies you're firing up on the plane. Any other thoughts?
I'm just gonna say, next debate corner, I'm coming in hot, bro. I have some things to debate with you, Sam.
Yeah.
You
With me specifically.
Yeah.
All right, get ready for
I
that.
got some modes to pick. Up.
All right.
It's gonna be some tension.
Sounds good. That was Goldfish.
Boys. See you next week.